weeks 4 and 5.
All right.
The Steelers are week 4. The Browns are week 5 for their international games.
Gotcha.
And that's all good information as we embark on Reverse AFC Power Rankings, powered by Empire Electric, your residential neighborhood electrician. Visit empireelectricians.com. Very likely our final pre-schedule Reverse AFC Power Rankings. Because, it's Friday.
Wednesday, the schedule day. It would really be forcing it.
There'd have to be a big move.
I suppose if something incredible happens.
If there were a big move, we would, maybe do it.
Yeah.
All right. You have your list of teams?
Yes, I do.
Just so you don't forget anybody?
I am prepared. Yes.
All right. Reverse AFC Power Rankings. This will be self-explanatory as we go. 16.
Can we just make a special exception for this week and just have 16 be actually 32? Just because I want Pittsburgh, who are they're just peeling off layers of clothes, trying to attract Aaron Rodgers. It's the whole thing is just ridiculous. I don't know how hard they're pining after him, but it still seems like they're waiting for him.
That seems right. They even got Cousins involved again this week. Maybe that was their leak.
Yeah.
To put some pressure on Rodgers.
I didn't hear anything about Cousins with the Steelers this week. It's perfectly plausible that they could trade for him if they don't, get Aaron Rodgers. I suppose maybe that's their fallback because, if you don't get one aging fossil with a torn up Achilles, you might as well pivot to the other one.
Right.
Anyway, I want the Steelers first here. Or last, or how do we do this? How many years has this been? Anyway, Steelers, 16.
I want to say Browns this week, really only because, they were 7 games different in the standings last year. The Steelers won 7 more games than the Browns.
Anyone can read the standings.
That's right. I will say Cleveland here because they just never beat Pittsburgh. They're just never, at the end of the season, above or below, in this case, the Steelers. The Steelers just own the Browns. Even when they kind of stink. They're in the playoffs and Cleveland's drafting second overall. The Browns need... I might change my mind next week. Pittsburgh was 16 the last time we did this. But I do think they have some claim to be ranked as better than the Browns.
I usually am the one who makes that case because what has happened here often through the years here is that you're dinging Pittsburgh because they're just standing still and they're always the same, and I'll be like, okay, but they're always the same as 10 wins and they'll be in the playoffs. So wouldn't you rather be that than 3-14? I said that without that much hesitation that time. We're almost there. I can't wait till I get completely used to it and then they switch to 18 games.
Right. And while I can respect the trade the Browns made with Jacksonville involving Travis Hunter, the guy they got, to me, is just not inspiring. Graham at 5, so would have liked to see them do better. 2 quarterbacks later, 2 running backs later. It was mostly weird.
Yeah, I'll go with Cleveland here. I'll go with Cleveland.
All right. 15, Jets. What are they?
Free of Aaron Rodgers, which makes them better than the Steelers.
Yeah, I'm going Pittsburgh here. They're setting up though to have an exciting draft in which they host, but
that'll be great.
I also don't know if Rodgers actually is going to be there.
That'll eventually be reflected in the Reverse AFC Power Rankings as we go, but that's a ways off.
What, next year's draft?
Yeah, right. I think it's almost more than 11 months away.
Yeah, I'm ready for it though. I'm ready to start talking about next year's draft. I'm ready to talk about
Drew Aller. We can start that.
14.
Who did you...
I'm on the Jets here.
The Jets. The Jets are going to be bad.
Okay.
I think the Jets are going to be bad. Yeah.
13. Tennessee.
I want to say the Colts.
Ooh.
The promo video of Richardson just throwing a screen pass. Yeah. What are we doing?
The Browns just did this with Sanders today at rookie minicamp.
Like a pass to the flat.
He stands in the Josh Norris is how I saw it. I don't follow the Browns team account because I'm not brain damaged.
How much of a hurry were you in to say that? I would never follow the Browns.
Right. Josh Norris, not the injured Saber, but the football analyst.
Underdog.
He just quote tweeted it, sack. Because they tweeted S squared plus Q, it's the passes to Quinshon Judkins.
Okay.
S squared plus Q equals 6. And it's Sanders standing there for, a long enough amount of time that when I saw the tweet and Josh Norris quote tweeted it with sack, I went, yeah, he held the ball for a while there and then just threw like a 3-yard pass to Judkins.
Ouch.
So S squared plus Q equals 6. They were 16, right? So they couldn't have been worse for them.
You wanted to make them worse than 16.
Yeah, I should have made the
really
whole.
Rub it in.
Well, if I did not connect this in this moment until now, too late, I would have made the whole speech about them being 32nd instead of the Steelers.
Yeah.
Anyways, where were we?
13.
13. Okay.
Colts and Titans.
I'll say Titans. I just don't know what else is really going on there. And, I'm not sure. I mean, they got a clean slate at quarterback. I don't know. We'll see if he's any better than either of the guys the Colts have. I don't know. He's drafted first overall. You're expecting him to be better than that, but I don't know.
Over under 1.5 night games
For the Titans?
2 because of Ward.
I'm gonna go under.
1?
Yeah.
Wouldn't be 0.
No, they'll get 1. You get the first overall pick, they're gonna get something. They'll get a Thursday night.
I'd bet that line.
Yeah. I would. I don't
you don't want to bet it?
No.
Did the Tennessee Titans get 2 night games?
No, I don't.
That's not a bet you want to make?
No, it's just too rich.
Okay. 12. Colts, I'm okay with Colts here. I don't know what they're doing. None of it I like.
No, including the tweet of Anthony Richardson throwing a swing pass, which was what tripped the wire on this Browns tweet that I just mentioned.
Somebody, like these social media departments with teams, I feel like it's a situation where maybe the boss has a mandate to get a clip out, because that's what you do. And there's some very keen assistant tweeting or texting with his friends or the other assistants to say, he doesn't realize that this is actually bad for us to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
You want to get the clip out. The Colts, the Browns, it might be counterproductive to tweet the pass to the flat.
Yeah, this is not content that is going to excite the fan base. Probably.
You can only use slow-mo so much before everyone's like, come on, what are we doing?
Right. I mean, you can't get a bomb out of Anthony Richardson in a day's practice. I mean, he's kind of been great at that. He's made some spectacular long ball throws. We can't find one.
Wouldn't you rather, if you're a Colts fan, see footage of him dropping back and launching it 70 yards and hitting a parked car than throwing a swing pass to a running back?
I think so.
I just throw it over the mountain, dude. Like that would be me. I mean, I think
they should run a thing.
If he can learn to harness that,
where somebody's driving and the car is moving and they catch it through the window.
Even better. Yeah.
That's what I want to see.
Let's go. Get some creativity here. It's rookie minicamp, people.
I don't think
Let's dig in a little.
I don't think they want him to play.
Yeah.
11.
Who are some more teams? 11. I will say
Dolphins?
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah. I like that.
What's got to happen there this year for it to be considered progress, growth? Like, they need playoffs and maybe a playoff win. If they go 10-7 or 9-8 and miss or lose right away,
the dude's getting fired.
It's over there.
He's getting fired. Yeah.
I think it's over there if they, and that's not a terrible season.
No.
10. Jacksonville.
New England.
Who would you rather be?
This really challenges I don't know how to feel about feeling good about the Jaguars.
From yesterday.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna say New England.
All right. Given the choice of either team playing on Monday night, week 1, you'd rather watch Jacksonville.
Ooh. I'm more interested in New England because they're in the division, so that would tilt it. But yes, I think I'm more excited about the season Jacksonville could have than the season. I think New England's coming. It wouldn't be a shock if they won 10 games and contended for a wild card spot, but I think Jacksonville's just a step ahead.
Yesterday, by the way, we talked about a potential Jaguars-Raiders Week 1 Monday night game, which we decided would be great.
Very
Genty and
interesting.
Hunter.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And Geno Smith, Pete Carroll. 9.
Trevor Lawrence, if you want him.
I don't. I left him out.
Thank you for being so
honest. I don't
honest.
think Trevor Lawrence means anything.
Brutal honesty
to this.
That's what we've come to expect.
Wait, we can put Trevor Lawrence on in prime time. Oh, I didn't think about that. Let's scrap this idea. 9.
I mean, he's got the hair and everything.
This is Jacksonville for me again.
Okay, fine.
Yep. I do want that early primetime game. I need to know if Trevor Lawrence is any good. And if we have to wait for a primetime game in week 9, I'm going to forget about Jacksonville like I do every year. I need it like week 1 or week 2 to find out for sure. And Travis Hunter's fun.
I think because they made the trade for Hunter and they've got a new coach and Lawrence has had a rep, they'll be on in primetime before that. First month of the season, I think they'll get them in there somewhere.
8. Raiders. The Raiders with a bullet lately in the Reverse AFC Power Rankings. Come on. It's 4 wins. They won 4 games. We're at 8.
Right.
We're at last team out.
Yeah. The fact that you got me a little excited yesterday about the skill players and the coaches and this Jacksonville primetime matchup had me reluctant to pull the trigger on the Raiders. But, yeah, it's time here.
There's no one else.
No, there are other teams, but yeah, there's no way.
7.
Chargers. Okay.
Houston.
Wow.
There it is. 6 Chargers. Fine.
No. Yeah, fine. I'm sorry.
The Chargers, the Broncos, the Bengals, maybe even the Texans are just kind of in a rotation, spin cycle in these things. 1 week this is why we like this team more. The next week it's someone else. Week after someone else.
Herbert is gonna have to have a great year at some point here, right? I'm
MVP conversation.
I'm one of the dudes.
He's had a 5,000-yard season. It's come with no wins.
Right.
It's a lot of what Burrow was last year.
My Herbert problem has been more before Harbaugh, but he just wasn't taking shots.
Doesn't let it rip.
Just right.
And he's got the arm to really let it rip.
But then, last year he lost weapons, and it's Greg Roman. They got to the playoffs and got blown out by Houston. He was under assault in that game, but at some point you just still, come on, it's tough to know because he's had, I think, some not perfect circumstances, but a guy like that you want to think will overcome. Like Allen's weapons. Yeah,
at some point you got to elevate. That's all I'm saying. At some point the yards are great, but I'm going to need you to do the thing. I mean, he just doesn't belong in the conversation. For a while there, it was like, look at all these quarterbacks in the AFC. And I feel like that train has left the station, and Justin Herbert did not have a ticket.
5.
You can catch a cab and get to the next station and chase the train and still get on, but he's got work to do.
Okay.
All right.
5.
We're up to 5 already. Wow.
I'll say Denver.
I won't complain about that.
Okay. 4. They are back.
The Bengals are still
Cincinnati.
on the board. The Bengals are still on the board.
They are back.
Yep.
They are the 4th team I think of, or the next team I think of in the whole conversation about the playoffs and the future. It's not Houston. It's not Denver or the Chargers. It's the Bengals. The Bengals have done it. They have won the conference with Burrow. They have won here in the playoffs with him. They are this for me. No matter what their defense is, I really don't care what their defense is that much, or whether they're going to pay guys, or just maybe there's malcontents. Those can be relevant problems, but they're that team for me. There's a big three, and then there's Cincinnati. That's how I look at it. 3.
I think that's fair. They might be easy to forget about because they had such a bad year last year, but it's all still there, basically. I mean, the defense did lose a lot of guys, thus they were as bad as they were last year, but now they've turned that over, right? Different coordinator and everything, so we'll see if that improves, but I never thought we'd be sitting here this May talking about Burrow, Chase, and Higgins all being together still. I mean, I would have bet.
Yeah.
I would have bet more money than I should have that something was going to happen there.
Yep, it did look that way all season. 3.
Kansas City.
Look at this guy. I'll go with him on Kansas City. You're powerless. Chiefs 3.
I was staying quiet. 2.
Buffalo.
Agree. Elijah Moore? I wondered if you'd laugh there. There was no laughter. My writing is crooked today. A little bit.
Oh, no.
A little bit of a slant today.
Oh.
That's what happens when you go to the Excel spreadsheet. You're out of rhythm now.
Maybe.
What a problem.
Baltimore won again.
Aesthetically, I don't know if I can live with that. Good thing it's hanging up on your side of the room. I don't have to deal with that.
It's just a little bit of a slant. We'll make it up next week by going the other way, slanting back toward the left.
Well, good luck with that. I hope you can. That can be hard to execute.
Reverse AFC Power Rankings on WGR.